I have a question. Why is Callum Newman world champion of New Japan? Why? And listen, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but just look at this guy. Look at him. His face reads enhancement talent. There's nothing about this guy physically or anything that says world champion. He just looks like a guy. Like, look at his. I'm trying not to. New Japan Pro Wrestling and the whole Asian continent, in Japan or whatever, that whole continent has an obsession with the European man. Caucasian man, European man, however you want to say it. They have an obsession. Every British guy in the last 10 to 15 years that has come through New Japan Pro Wrestling has either held the New Japan World title or the title under it. This kid is 23 years old. He's British, so he's going to automatically get in line to be a champion because New Japan loves British wrestlers. But then they get mad when they lose all their talent to AEW or other places. But at the same time, you have to say, well, if these guys aren't Japanese, you're making all these British guys champions, of course they're going to want to go to WWE or AEW. Why would they want to stay in Japan? Why aren't you making Japanese wrestlers big time? Why aren't you giving them the titles? Callum Newman just looks like you know how they can say you look young, but you can tell you destined for greatness. Callum Newman just looks young without having the saying of you look like you're destined for greatness. Like, prime example, right? A young Randy Orton. He looked young, but you knew that he was destined for greatness. Even though he looked young in the face, he still looked like that guy. Callum Newman looks young in the face and just looks like a jobber. New Japan Pro Wrestling gave the world title to a guy that looks like a jobber. Like, what are we doing here? And y'all wonder why y'all in a relapse. I don't even want to say relapsing, a disappearing market, because you're not pushing any of the real legit Japanese young wrestlers. You gave Callum Newman the world title off of one of your best guys, one of your best Japanese guys. You took the title off of him and put it on Callum Newman. But that's because there's an obsession with the European man. It goes deep. But like I said, I'm not trying to down the guy or nothing, but when you world champion of anything, you gotta look like it. He just looks mid-card. And he really don't even look mid-card. He looks low tier. And he really don't even look low tier. He just looks like a jobber. But sometimes where you from matters a lot. And then New Japan Pro Wrestling, being British gets you far. Very far in that company. Callum Newman has the look on his face of a man that knows he really doesn't deserve to be champion. But he's champion because he know the Japanese over there in New Japan Pro Wrestling worship the ground that European British wrestlers walk on. It's just crazy to me, people. Like, they'd belt anybody that's of British or European descent and push them to the top, as opposed to pushing their own guys. And this guy just looks funny. I mean, he just looked funny. Like, look at him. And he the world champion? You made him the world champion? But just look at his face. The guy that looks like he haven't even hit puberty yet, even though he got a beard and a mustache. And that's the crazy part about it. You gonna make somebody world champion, man. At least let them look like a world champion.